Mary Lambert was catapulted to fame after writing a song which became the official anthem for the same-sex marriage campaign in America.
The track earned the singer 2 Grammy Award nominations, and she got to perform it alongside Madonna at the ceremony in front of 25 million people.
Mary is with us now. Good morning.
Hello.
Lovely to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk in a moment, but first let's have a listen to your new single. It's called She Keeps Me Warm.
I could be your morning sunrise all the time, yeah. This could be good, this could be good. I can't change.
Very lovely song.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you with us as well. You know, I've been looking through your lyrics, and one thing that really struck me, and I don't know if this defines or was always your idea when you set out to make this music, is that it's very straightforward. And by that I mean, you don't need to think really carefully to figure out what you're trying to say.
Sure.
And I don't know if you've done that deliberately, because so many people hide their emotions or allude to things in their music. But this is very frank.
Right. I used to write music that was much more, I guess, ethereal or ambient in that way, where you were kind of indirectly talking about issues. And I got into spoken word. And in spoken word, you really just say exactly what it is. Because I had all these raw emotions that I didn't know how to, find the technical balance of, verse, chorus. And with poetry, you just get to say exactly what it is. So I kind of brought that into my songwriting as well.
And raw emotion is pretty much what's almost, well, we said catapulted you to fame. Was that the intention?
Was fame the intention?
No, I suppose using raw emotion as your tool.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing is a hunger to connect. I really believe that that vulnerability is the key to empathy, and I think empathy is really the key to connection. And I love what I do because I kind of get both sides of the coin, where I get the process of being a songwriter as a really insular experience to, I feel almost like it's spiritual. It feels heavenly, and then I get to be the extrovert and perform them and connect on that level. So I feel very fulfilled in what I do.
Well, you can tell from the way you talk about it and the way you perform as well, how much you get from that sense of freedom of saying how it is.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
Is it always comfortable for those that know you well?
Yeah, I think I've always been very outspoken and very bold, and I actually wanted to go into politics originally because I was like, I want to change the world through legislature. But turns out, if you're a pop star, you can you have a little bit more leverage.
Do you think you can have an impact? Genuinely, do you really think you can have an impact like that?
Absolutely, I think even more so because I think that cultural shifts and paradigms change based on both, two parts of legislature and visibility in the media and social, our ideas, and having the both of them together is really important.
You certainly haven't shied away from making sure your voice is heard. It's interesting because Madonna, someone you've performed with.
Yeah.
In fact, we can play the song that you did perform with Madonna.
Yes,
we can see the single, and you performed with Madonna at the Grammys. This is called Same Love. These are pictures of you performing to her, but we can now see the song as well.
I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even
I just wonder, when you did perform with Madonna, when you talk about the idea that you can make a difference, you can change. She's someone who's never shied away from speaking out. Did she give you any advice or guidance as to how to approach
I think she really leads by example. I mean, it was just really being in her presence and seeing someone who's so strong and knows themselves so well. We got to spend a bit of time together. And there was this moment in the final rehearsal, I was getting really emotional because this meant so much to me, not just as an artist or this launching point in my career, but also as a lesbian in the community of like, man, this is so impactful and important, and I get to be a part of this. We get to do this, and so I was crying through the song. I couldn't quite get through the last rehearsal, so she came over and she wiped the tears off of my face, and I just stood there. I was like, I was like, This is amazing. Like my life, I was bartending and working 3 jobs, the year before. I can't, and now Madonna's wiping my tears off my face.
Well, it's an amazing moment. And so you're doing some live performances in the UK, you're doing festivals here. And we saw you playing the piano. Is that part of it? Do you play instruments live on stage?
Yeah.
Is that part of what people see?
Yeah, I play piano, guitar, and cello, but piano is my main instrument that I'll bring on stage.
Play the cello as well?
Yeah.
Wow. Self-taught, or was that school? Or?
It was like a school, yeah. But the reason I play piano is it's kind of a sad story when I think about it. But I kind of grew up in a poor neighborhood, and in about every week, like someone would be evicted, so all of their stuff would be on the yards, which was really sad. I'm not trying to make light of it, but as for us kids, we'd go, and it was like a heyday because we'd like rifle through all this stuff and find cool stuff. I found these like piano books, and I was about 7, and that's how I learned how to play piano.
Wow.
Taught myself from
I'm
that.
sure they'll be pleased that they went to a good home. Obviously.
Lovely to see you here this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Mary, thank you. And Mary's new album is called Heart on My Sleeve.